Hey everybody, how's it going? I thought I'd talk today about the role that feelings play in my life as an INFP. For me, there's definitely two major, personalities that I show to people. One is, or maybe not the ones that I show to people, what people see is definitely a result of them, how I feel. So there's this duality of melancholy and crazy goofiness. The melancholy I've felt my whole life, and I almost feel like it's just like a foundational thing in how I live and exist. And then there's this goofy side that's kind of combating that, and it really feels almost instinctual. It's not like even that I do it on purpose. Like, I think my brain just automatically is just like, do something weird, and I just do it. But because of this, there's people that view me and see me as the goofy side, and then people that view me and see me as the, the more serious kind of figure. Especially in high school, when you're in classes around a bunch of friends, I probably definitely seemed a little bit extroverted and stuff. But, in other classes, I didn't speak at all. My teachers would call me out on it to my face after class and stuff. And for me, it's just like, I feel like for teachers, sometimes that can seem concerning in kids, but for me, it's just like, no, I just don't feel like talking to anybody. It's not like I'm uncomfortable or like I'm, just don't like anybody. It's just, I just like keeping myself. And that, it's something that makes me happy, and it made me feel way better in school because, maybe I wasn't always paying attention. I was usually writing things in my notebook and just processing things in my head. But it was a weird thing about school, even in college too. Like, those settings and classroom settings just let my mind go wild. It was just like, for some reason, it was giving my head a reason to just start thinking about stuff I wanted to think about instead of what was happening in class, even though I was trying to pass and I did well. But that was usually in classes that I didn't really care about so much. But yeah, so again, there's people seeing me, these two sides, and it's fair because those two sides really are, things I see in myself. I do that all the time. I definitely see things very dark in this world, and I combat them with being weird on an instinctual level. But other than that stuff, I definitely really try to strive for like extreme relaxation whenever I can. Kind of like how I feel right now. It's not all the time. I'm not quite there at this moment, but some of the moments that I live for, just where everything just melts away, and it's just a sense of calm. I don't get that all the time, but when I do, it's really amazing. It's totally something to live for too, and I make a habit every night. If not, maybe exactly meditating. I used to meditate in the past a bit more, but creating the space where I can let that happen. In music school and college, I was listening to ASMR a lot because that helped me calm my brain after cramming it with notes and memorization all the time. And that became a habit, and I still watch ASMR to this day just because it just helps me relax. It's something that genuinely makes my life better, and it's weird because it's a product of just being a part of this generation, and I don't even know what I'd do if that stuff didn't exist. Just YouTube in general, being able to almost just experience life with others, just hearing other people speak. And it's great that people just make videos solely to help other people relax and stuff. And especially for like panic attacks, like I don't always have panic attacks, but if I do, those things are like the lifesavers. Or those videos that geared towards helping people with anxiety and panic attacks are really awesome, and those are lifesavers. But even that stuff like panic attacks, I feel so strongly when I get them, and I think most people do. Panic attacks are fight or flight, and it's not fun. But I think at the same time, I just get so introspective from being an INFP, not that other people don't, but it just creates like a wave of anxiety as well, that kind of carries through for like several days after, if I ever have a panic attack, and that's not great. But let's see, I mean, you know, other than that stuff, I really like being scared, to branch off from that. Maybe not panic attack scared, but kind of like entertainment scared. I've come to really appreciate like nightmares and stuff, because I mean, it's just your brain creating all these things, and then it's like you're making a movie, and then you're inside this scary movie and experiencing it in like this like VR, and like it's almost like real life basically. And then yeah, you just like create that and you experience it, and you don't even remember creating it because you're just doing it in real time. Like the fact that it's just happening in real time is so sick to me. And there's like the idea of lucid dreams. Like I had a lucid dream the other day. It was really short, but I could just create this whole world in front of me. And I remember I created this, I like wanted to create this like grassy mountain area over like a large lake. And I was like looking up and like hoping there'd be waterfalls, and just be these crazy waterfalls. And then I was realizing that I was causing this stuff to happen. I was like, oh, whoa, I'm dreaming. And then I looked down, there's a lake, and I thought I could jump in that and it would be fine. But I was too scared. I couldn't do it. I was way too scared to do it. Which I think is so crazy, honestly. Tangent, like dreams to me feel like just another reality. If I'm, especially like daily, remembering things, like the lucid dream, I remember completely. I think that the lucid part of it was only like 5 minutes, but I remember the stuff surrounding it too. But that stuff's insane to me. That's just my creative mind going wild. But I mean, otherwise, you know, there's, you know, sadness, especially coupled with my melancholy, is really something else that's really intense. But I think what I'd rather talk about is like happy sadness, like happy crying. So not actually sad, like feeling like super inspired, and like you're been like heartwarmed, or you saw something heartwarming, and like oh, this is such a stupid example, but when I watched Naruto the first time, the episode where Naruto comes back from fighting pain, and they like all these people are there to like finally support him. That I remember just like sobbing at my computer. Very sad, but very true. I don't even know when that was. That was definitely in high school, I'm sure. But like that feeling, like I would get that same type of like inspired feeling from watching people perform music too. It's definitely like another thing that I look to have. Like same way where like I train myself to be relaxed, I definitely train myself to look out for inspiring material, whether that be live music, recorded music, film, anime, television, which I guess those things all kind of are. Or they're all kind of film, whatever. They kind of, and this just makes me feel alive. I guess the whole thing here is that emotions make me feel alive, and they're the driving force in my life through everything. And I guess my question for anybody out there who's an INFP or not, like how do feelings play a role in your life? I mean, for me, it's just like, it's hard to explain, but it's just no question that feelings are everything. There's nothing else to say about that. And it's kind of weird. I mean, it's the driving force behind my creativity. It's the driving force between how I act, my day-to-day life. And there's probably so many things I missed here, and so many generalizations I made, but yeah, I'm curious to know how that stuff relates to you guys, especially non-INFPs. You know, how do feelings play a role in your life? So, all right, cool. I guess I'll talk to you guys again in the future at some point, whenever I decide to make a video again. So, cool. See ya.